What's up, YouTube boxing community? Sports Universal Sports. I come from you live from an undisclosed location. About to give you my post-fight view on tonight's PBC card. The main event featured Danny Swift Garcia versus Paulie Malignaggi, and the undercard was Danny Jacobs versus Sergio Mora. And I'm talking about the undercard first, which was Danny Jacobs. I'm a former JW, not Danny Garcia. Then Danny Jacobs is a former JW, and he went through cancer, and my grandfather died of cancer in 1993, 22 years ago, around in a couple of weeks, and I support him because, he went through the struggle and he came back. But I personally think he didn't look too good tonight because he looked sloppy, and I think he wanted to make a big showing on ESPN and PBC, but he came out with no defense, and he got dropped in the first round. I scored that round 9-9. And the time the injury over Sergio Mora in the second round, I think he said he broke his ankle, Sergio Mora, and he just didn't look too good. This was a fight that he was supposed to show out and look impressive, and Danny Jacobs didn't look too good. I'm thinking they're going to set him up against Peter Quillin pretty soon. I've been hearing about that fight for almost a year and a half now, and I don't think he's ready for that yet. I think Danny Jacobs needs to get back in the gym, work on the fundamentals, and work on his defense a little bit because he's still kind of chinny. Or I heard Dimitri Pirog is back. I would like to see him do a rematch with him before he fights a Peter Quillin or another champion at 160 pounds, the middleweight division. Speaking of which, does anybody even rematch their losses anymore? But that's another video. Now on to Danny Swift Garcia versus Paulie I always butcher his last name, Malignaggi, and and I personally thought it was a decent fight. I mean, this was Danny's first fight at 147 pounds. Obviously, he's been doing catchweight fights for his past couple of fights, and he admitted after the Matisse fight he should have moved to 147. I scored that fight 79-73, and I think it was a good stoppage for Paulie because Paulie wasn't really hurting him, and he wasn't landing no clean, effective punches at all. And the ref did a good job to stop the fight. I think Arthur McCanny Jr. He did. It was a good stoppage. But here's what I think Danny Garcia should do. I mean, to me, he didn't look all that good either at 147 pounds. I think he should fight Robert Guerrero in his next fight, or even a Brad Solomon, who's number 10 in the Ring Magazine ratings. Just to get his feet wet at 147 pounds before he fights Sean Porter or Keith Thurman, obviously, which would be good fights, but I would like to see him work on a few things a little bit more. And the big question when a fighter from a lower weight class that moves into a higher weight class always moves up, what his power carry? Garcia hasn't stopped nobody in a while, but like knocked out cold, and obviously this does count as a knockout, but Paulie Malignaggi is a slick fighter. And he's definitely pretty elusive, definitely hard to hit at times, but still, I mean, the power isn't there, and I think Danny Garcia will, if he sets up with the big boys now at 147, will lose, no doubt. I mean, some people say he has 2 losses unofficially already, which is Marisa Herrera and Lamont Peterson. But that's another story. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this and my opinions. Comment, rate, or subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports. I gotta get ready for work, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good night.